the winter arc. You might have heard of this if you're anywhere on social media within the self-improvement space or even fitness space among guys. And like you just hear these people that are like, I'm on my winter arc, I'm gonna be bulking, I'm gonna be, putting on all this weight, I'm gonna be locked in, I'm gonna have all these habits, I'm gonna have everything set up and everything's productive. And like, wow, that's incredible. Like, looking from the outside and just taking a glance at it, you're like, that's incredible. That's great. So many guys are trying to get better, trying to improve themselves. But then you realize, wait a second, why are we only doing this during winter? For literally a few short months, for about 4 or 5 months of the year, you're taking the time to dedicate to really delve into self-improvement, to get better, to focus on becoming, to focus on your goals, to focus on taking actionable steps and habits that actually progress you further in life. Why are we only focusing on that for 4 to 5 months a year? Really? Really? It's only because it's a trend with the winter arc. Like that's the only like there are people that would not even care about completing anything during these months. But because it's a trend and it's winter, that apparently means now it's time to focus. But the rest of the year you can't focus. Where's the spring arc? Where's the summer arc? Where is the fall arc? Like, come on, like, and I'm not hating on anyone that's like, makes videos about it. And I think it's great that you're making videos and really embracing it. But I would challenge you to really go farther than the winter arc. Really make that a lifestyle. Make self-improvement, make becoming, make these habits, make the things that you're focused on, make discipline become a part of your life, make it a part of who you are, make it a part of your identity rather than just having it for a short season. And then you see results during that season. When you decide to lock in for that short period of time, you see results. But if you would just stay in it longer, if you would make it a part of your lifestyle, and I'm not saying you have to be like full 100% intense all the time, but take it up a notch. Like, really look at your life and see, like, what do I want to do? Like, who do I want to become? Like, who's the person I'm trying to become? Am I really trying to advance? Am I like every single day? Think throughout the year. Have you spent a lot of time improving yourself? Have you spent a lot of time pursuing goals that actually matter? And I'm not just saying chase materialistic things, but pursuing purpose. What your plan is to do with your life. What are your next steps for the next 5 years of your life? What are your academics like? What is your career? What are your relationships looking like? What are all these things that you need to focus on? Like, what are they looking at? Like what are you doing every single day that's pushing you towards them being better, pushing them towards you being successful in each and every single area of your life? Seriously, like, truly think about it. Like, is it enough to just say, oh, 4 to 5 months and then that's it, you just all of a sudden end it? Like, really think. Why wouldn't you want to make it a part of your lifestyle? Why wouldn't you want to make it a part of your identity? It's like people who say, they're going on a diet. They say, oh yeah, I'm going to go on a diet. They go on a diet for a couple months and then, they see results. But then after that diet, they go back on the same bad habits. They go back, start eating all the same bad junk food, all the things that they weren't supposed to. And then they gain all that same weight back. And you're like, what were you doing? Like, what was the point? You just negated all the things that you worked hard to get off, and all the results that you had, you just put them all to waste. Like, you just removed all of them. Like, and it's the same thing. Like, if you think that, like, just 4 to 5 short months, and then, you're just gonna go back to the same exact habits, the same exact ones, you're gonna go back to being unfocused, to scrolling, to wasting time on social media, to doing who knows what. Like, come on. And then you make all that progress and then you just negate all of it. You just set yourself back. You worked so hard to go and push yourself forward. And then you're just like, you know what? You know what? I have a great idea. Let me forget about all that progress I worked towards and just set it behind me. Come on, you have to think. Truly think about who you want to be in the future. So here's my challenge for you. I want you to think, what are the things that you're doing during this winter arc? What are the habits? What are the goals that you have? And I'm not just talking physically, spiritually. What are you doing with your relationship with God? What are you doing mentally? How are you challenging yourself mentally? Are you growing? Are you allowing yourself to take in new information, to become wiser, to become smarter, to apply that? What are you doing financially for yourself? Are you setting up businesses? Are you moving towards a career that you can be able to be successful in, to where you can make a stable income? Like, think about those things. I want you to truly think each and every single area. And then I want you to break up your year. I want you to break up your year into 12 weeks. 12 weeks. If you want to go further into this, read the book, The 12-Week Year, an absolutely amazing book. I also have a video on my channel discussing exactly how to break it down. But I'm going to give you a short little summary. The whole point is 12 weeks. You have 12 weeks to accomplish the goals that you set out. So it gives you a short, limited amount of time. You don't have this long period of time where you can keep delaying and saying, oh, I can just keep putting it off. No, every single week matters. Every single day matters. Because you're 12 weeks, you have to make a goal for every single week. Each and every single week, there should be something you're accomplishing that's moving you towards those 12 weeks. And then you have every single day, you have a habit or a goal that's leading you to accomplishing that goal for the week. And then in turn, that goal for the 12 weeks. That's how you have to think about it. And that is your year. And then that means you have 4 years. 4 years within a calendar year. 4 years. Think about it like that. And I'm not talking about think about life like quarters. I mean, truly think in 12-week year, and it will change your life. Focus on those habits. Focus on those goals. That's what I want you to do. That's the first step. Second, I want you to go and truly write out what do you want to accomplish in life. Who do you want to be in life, not just what you want to accomplish. Because it's great to accomplish things. It's great to say, oh yeah, I have a successful career, I have a business. No, but who do you want to become? That will truly outline your life. Because when you focus on who you want to become, everything in your life has to match up. It has to put in meaning. It has to go and branch and pull into who you want to become. So like for me, I want to, like, my goal is to become an amazing husband, become amazing father, to become a business, like a person in business, to work in social media, to be a successful content creator, to be a leader among my peers and, among all this generation, this community that I'm building. And, everything that I do, it has to line up with that. So it's like, I have to take my physical health seriously. I have to work out, because how am I supposed to be, how are you supposed to be how am I supposed to be a healthy husband, a father, a leader, if I can't even take care and have the discipline to take care of my physical body, if I can't take care of my mental health, if I can't go and, spend time reading to, pour into myself and gain new knowledge and wisdom that I can apply to my own life and then share with others. Like, that means I can't spend all my time scrolling on social media. That means I have to put in the work during school. I have to be able to make sure that I'm doing well, that I have to practice on video editing. I have to, go and learn to speak properly to the camera and be able to enunciate my words and speak and, talk to this camera just like I'm talking to you, just like we're like, talking right then and there. Those are the things you have to do. Every single thing you do, it has to line up purposefully with who you want to become. That's what I want you to do. Write it down. Don't just think about it. Write it down. Maybe make a Google Doc, make a Notion, maybe make a little Notion list or something. I have a whole template on Notion. I don't know if you guys would ever want it. I don't know. Comment down below if you ever want me to release something like that. But that's what I do. I have everything in my Notion. I have all my Notion databases and every single thing within there to keep track of how I have my goals, my habits. I actually have a whole habit tracker. So every single day I have my habits that I'm supposed to complete, and I can check the percentage. And that's how I live my life. I'm focused on my habits and all the small things that literally add up to my identity and who I exactly want to become. Focus on who you're becoming. Become. That should be your focus. If you lose focus on being in a constant state of progress, in a constant state of becoming, then you're falling behind. You're being stagnant, because the only thing that's ever promised to any of us is death. Like, every single person, from the time you're born, you will die. Like, that is, like, unfortunately, that is just the truth. Like, you have to understand that. So you have to think, time is constantly flowing. Time is constantly moving. It's not stretching out. It's not getting any longer. In fact, it's getting shorter for you, because you're getting every single second, every single minute, every single day, hour, week, year, you're getting just closer to death. And I'm sorry, but we don't know how long you're going to live. We all like to think, oh, we're going to live to 100 years. Realistically, most of us will not live to 100 years. Like, let's get it real. Like, most people won't even live to 90 years. Most people won't live to even 85. Unfortunately, that is just the truth. Stop thinking you have an infinite amount of time to just go and accomplish everything that you want to. Think time is moving. Time is a flowing current. It's a constant current. And if you're right here and time is constantly moving, if you're not moving, then you're falling behind. You don't have time to stay stagnant. You don't have time to go and say, you know what, I can do my winter arc for like this short period of time. And then, the other what, 7 months of the year, if winter, let's say winter's like 5 months, which realistically it's not in a lot of other places, but let's say it's 5 months. You have 7 months where you're not doing anything, 7 months where you're stagnant. So 7 months where you're falling behind in everything, because if you are not moving, if you are not progressing, you are falling behind, because time is something that's constantly moving. Stop thinking that, oh, I can just stay stagnant. No, you can't afford to stay stagnant. There is no time for that. Literally, there is no time for that. It is just running out. It is a ticking clock that is ever progressing, ever moving, and will not stop for you. That is the thing. You have to really think and truly value. Do I want to live like nobody else now so I can live like nobody else later? Or do I want to live like everyone else now so I can live like everyone else later? And I quote that from Dave Ramsey. And it's not just about finances, but truly about the habits that you build, about the person that you are becoming. Every single thing that you're doing now is adding up to future, whether it's a negative habit or a positive habit. They are compounding effects in life. We like to often think like, life, everything is linear. Everything in life is not linear. I can tell you that right now. It is not true that things are linear. Like, I know with computers and this whole digital age, we like to think things are linear, like, it's a flowing line. No, we're not computers, we're humans. And things with humans, how we literally operate exponentially. You can do research on this. With habits, with goals, and all these different things, we operate exponentially. So it kind of looks like a flat curve right now. Like in school, when we learned about graphs, so it kind of looks like a flat curve, and it's this line, and it's slowly, it's very slightly rising, and all of a sudden it starts hitting this curve. This curve is very, very important. It's this point where everything starts changing, and there's this middle point in the curve, and then boom, it shoots up and it just skyrockets. That is how life works. That is how habits works. That's how goals work. It kind of seems like everything isn't like, moving or progressing that much, but then all of a sudden you hit this curve and boom, everything just shoots up. You ever wonder why, like, you see these like big artists or these celebrities, these actors, these social media influencers, and you're like, wait a second, like, how did they just blow up? It seems like they blew up over the evening. It seems like they blew up overnight. And then you realize it's years, years, years. I'm not talking months, I'm not talking days, because stop thinking like that. Like, stop thinking that, oh, everything's gonna happen so short. You just don't know when things will blow up or when it will be your chance, but you have to stay consistent. So it often takes years. People spend time, years perfecting their crafts of music, years working on their body to, get in great shape. All these bodybuilders and all these people that are not even bodybuilders, but just have a great physique. People on social media, like every single thing that you think of, like if people are wealthy, people have businesses. It takes time, and it often takes years. And it might not always take years, because sometimes it can take even shorter amount of time, but it takes time. It takes some amount of time to pour in and build those habits, build those skills. And then all of a sudden, when you think, oh, it's just luck, there's the quote that luck is just, preparation, when preparation meets chance. Like, you just have that when you're prepared, and then all of a sudden you get a chance, you get a small chance, and then you can take that and run with it. That is the key. You have to be ready for your moment, because you know how many moments you could have missed? Like, how many moments I honestly think I would have missed because I didn't start this channel when I was supposed to, I remember praying, and Jesus was like telling me, like, I'm supposed to make this channel like 2 years ago, but I just didn't. And then now it's growing, and I'm able to make an impact and build a community of young men that are really pursuing purpose over pleasure. Like you really have to think preparation is so key. You have to be in a constant state of progressing, be in a constant state where if that opportunity comes, if that one person makes that call on the phone, if that one person, one phone call, one opportunity, one chance, if that comes along, then you can go grasp it and at least spring forward, and your whole entire life can change. But if you're not in that constant state of progression, if you're not in that constant state of growing, I'm sorry, you might miss your opportunity. You might be at risk of missing so many opportunities. You might be at risk of missing your destiny helpers, the people that are supposed to help you in life. You might miss the financial opportunity, the physical opportunity. You might miss the person you're supposed to marry. Like, really think. Like, do you really want to live a life where it's only 5 months that you're focused on your goals and habits? You want to live the rest of the year drinking, partying, having sex with girls, and just meaningless things that amount to nothing. In the end of the day, you know it just leaves you empty. Is that the life you want to live? You want to live that life for 7 months, but for 5 months you decide, oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I can lock in. No, I want to challenge you. This winter arc thing, I do want you to do, your little winter arc. Enjoy that. I think that's great. Continue to make content about it. Bring other people to self-improvement, and I think it's absolutely amazing. But I want to challenge you to make it a lifestyle. Make it a part of who you are. Make it a part of who you identify as. When people say, "Oh, like who you are," like you can say, "Oh yeah, like I read," or like I read. I'm focused. I'm focused on work, going to the gym every single week and working out every single week. Growing my business or focusing on my career, doing well in school, doing these things that add up, and they eventually add up into the person that you want to become. Focus on becoming the person that you want to become to do what exactly you want to do. And if you want to go further into that, you can watch this video right here where I discuss exactly on how you need to focus on who you need to become to do exactly what you want to do and accomplish in life. Click right here.